Hey, what's up everybody and fellow hockey fans? This is Dalvin. Hope everyone is doing great. As you know, tomorrow on May 2nd, the 2022 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs begin, and I'm super excited about this year. I think it's going to be an incredible playoffs. I think there's going to be some surprises and upsets, and I think there's so much unpredictability just because all the teams are so balanced, and there's so many good teams and players, and who knows what might happen. Anything goes. So yeah, this is a video I'm going to make of me talking about my predictions for the first round of the Stanley Cup Playoffs and which teams will go through, and I'll give you a dark horse team which I like, and I'll tell you in the end my Stanley Cup prediction for the Stanley Cup Final, which two teams I think will make it in the end, and I want to know your input as well. So let's begin. So yeah, here in the Eastern Conference, in the first round we have Boston Bruins and Carolina Hurricanes. And you know, Freddie Andersen's been having an amazing season with Carolina. I'm not sure if he's injured right now, but Carolina is an extremely strong team. And to be honest, I'll give you my prediction right now. I predict Carolina winning in 6. So I predict Carolina over Boston. I think Boston's a great team as well, but I don't think they're as strong as they were in the past because they lost players, and they lost players due to, I guess, trades or retirement or injury. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't think Boston is as strong as they used to be, so I have Carolina in 6, but it should be an exciting series. Next series is, oh boy, this is really painful to talk about. It's Tampa Bay Lightning versus Toronto Maple Leafs. And you know, I'm wearing my Maple Leafs jersey, as you can see. Yeah, I'm supporting the team. I love my Toronto Maple Leafs. I want them to do good. But to be honest, I think in this series, Tampa Bay will win. And I think Tampa Bay will. I think it'll be even more painful because I think Tampa Bay will win in Game 7 here in Toronto, the Scotiabank Arena. And you know, I truly felt if Toronto faced any other team in this in these playoffs, they would have had a strong chance of going through. But Tampa Bay is just the titan of a team, especially in the playoffs. They just enter beast mode and they just take everyone out. And I know they won this. They won the Stanley Cup the last 2 seasons, and everyone wants them to. People want to do bad, but they're just too damn good, and they have so many good players, and they have a fantastic organization they built there from within. So yeah, I have Tampa Bay in 7. Could Toronto? Maybe they could pull an upset. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't see it happening, and I think it'll be a close series as usual. But I don't see Toronto winning, so I see Tampa Bay winning in 7, and that'll be a tough pill to swallow for many Leafs fans. That happens in this postseason, and there'll probably be changes if the Toronto loses in the first round. Some big changes happening. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. Next series in the Eastern Conference, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the New York Rangers. And yeah, you know, ever since New York got Gallant, that new coach, former coach from Vegas, yeah, they just been like a whole new team, a team that's been born from the beginning. They got revamped. They play much better. They're very scary offensively. They have so many good weapons. They could throw at you. The goaltending, I believe, is that Russian goalie Shurskin. Not too sure that the young goalie, but he's amazing. Probably probably the best goalie in Rangers history in terms of skill, at least. He's gonna have a very bright future. So yeah, Pittsburgh Penguins versus the New York Rangers. You know, Penguins are also Pittsburgh is also a really improved team this year compared to other seasons. Crosby's been playing good. I'm not sure what their injury status is, but they have Letang, Malkin. I think they have they have Letang. They have Malkin. They have quite a bit of good young players as well, and they have good goaltending. So it should be an interesting series, but I see New York winning this series in 6 games, and I think New York could be really dangerous in the playoffs if they get out of this first round and build some confidence and steam heading forward. Now the next series. So sorry, I forgot to mention, but I want to say New York in 6. So yeah, New York in 6 games versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Next series, Washington Capitals versus the Florida Panthers. And you know, kudos to Florida for winning the President's Trophy this year, #1 team in the league, #1 points. They are a highly gifted offensive team. They have great goaltending. They're solid in the D. And you know, Washington is one of those teams where, you know, they get in and you just never know what they can do. Especially that one run or a couple years or several years ago, with Ovechkin when he won his first Stanley Cup. That was pretty special. But yeah, I think Ovechkin is still a dangerous player. They have, I think, Backstrom, TJ Oshie. Not sure who their goaltender is at the moment. But the Washington Capitals, you know what? I think they're a little thrown off the radar here. So I'm going to say Washington in 5. Yeah, I'm going to say Washington's going to win in 5 games. I'm saying Florida will be one of those teams that's going to collapse. Everyone predicted will probably have a deeper run or go far. I'm picking Washington in 5 over the Florida Panthers, and that's in the Eastern Conference. Now, we get to the Western Conference. We have the St. Louis Blues versus the Minnesota Wild. And you know, since the Minnesota Wild got Marc-Andre Fleury, they've been on fire. They've been playing with a whole new swagger and attitude. He helped them get into the playoffs. And yeah, the St. Louis Blues, they're always dangerous too. You never know what them once they enter the playoffs. They could go all the way. If, you know, they have that skill and capability, and if luck goes their way, they can go really far. But in this series, I'm going to have to say Minnesota in 7. So the Minnesota Wild over the St. Louis Blues in 7 games. It'll be a really tight series, but in the end, I believe Minnesota, because of their home ice advantage, I believe they'll take advantage of that and win the series. Next series, LA Kings versus the Edmonton Oilers. And this is, you know, Edmonton's one of my favorite teams, to be honest, one of my favorite NHL teams. I visited Edmonton in the past to see family. I lived there for a little bit, to be honest, and I love hockey, and it's a great hockey city. And ever since Tippett got fired from Edmonton and he hired a new coach, Woodward or Woodrow, whatever his name is, Woodcraft, I can't remember his name, and they've been playing so much better, and I always knew they had a capability of being one of those top teams with all the assets they had and all the players they had. And they're properly managed now. I don't think Tippett was a good coach, to be honest. If they kept with Tippett, they wouldn't have made the playoffs. But yeah, no, I think Edmonton can be really dangerous in the playoffs, and I think they can be extremely, extremely dangerous in the playoffs, to be honest. But I'm going to have to say for this series, LA Kings versus Edmonton Oilers, I'm going with a sweep. I'm saying Connor McDavid's going to be on fire. Smith's going to be great in goaltending. You can see Zach Hyman. I think he's going to be a really great asset towards Edmonton in the playoffs. I think he's going to have a good postseason, good playoffs. Dreisaitl's going to light it up. I can't see this team losing to LA Kings in the first round and getting knocked out. They have too much going for them. They want to go far. McDavid's hungry, you know, to build some background for his you know, for his legacy. So he wants a Stanley Cup. He wants some rings. He wants some championships. He wants some you know, awards. So yeah, I have the Edmonton in 4 with a sweep. So yeah, Edmonton Oilers versus LA Kings in a sweep. Now next series, Nashville Predators versus Colorado Avalanche. And I'm not going to talk to you about this series too much because I don't know, I haven't been paying too much to Nashville Predators this season, to be honest. I think they're a decent team. I don't think they're that bad. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to think Colorado's going to win in 5 games. Colorado is a tight end in this. They're going to be a tight end in these playoffs. They're going to be a really strong force. And yeah, I can't see Nashville beating Colorado, so I see Colorado in 5 for that series. The final series, Dallas Stars versus the Calgary Flames. And you know, since Sutter came back to Calgary, they're a whole new team. They're playing with confidence and swagger. They're going on these long winning streaks throughout the regular season. Such a tough, gritty team. They have great goaltending, great D, great offensive players, big players, tough players. And you know, Sutter really saved them once again once he took over the helm, the head coaching role in Calgary. And I don't see the Dallas Stars just making an upset here. I just don't see it. I'm going to tell you, this is another prediction. I'm going to say right now for this series, the Flames in 4. So yeah, Calgary Flames in 4 games. That's another sweep. And I really think Calgary is going to be a force to be reckoned with in these playoffs. They're just going to they're going to be a really tough team to beat and a really tough team to follow. I mean, to understand and to break down and to learn. So dark horse teams. I was talking about dark horse teams. I have favorites in this postseason. 2 teams. And that's Washington and Edmonton. I think the Washington Capitals are kind of kept out under the radar. I think they might pull something funny if they can get going, or if they get hot, if they can do something special. And the Edmonton Oilers, not too many people talking about them as well, but I truly believe they're a fantastic team, and once they get rolling in the playoffs, they're going to be unstoppable as well. So yeah, those are my dark horse teams. And for the Stanley Cup Final, I'll give you my prediction for the Stanley Cup Final. I'm just going to say it quickly here. I'm going to say Calgary versus Carolina. That in the West, Calgary, in the East, Carolina. That's my Stanley Cup Final. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not going to say that right now, but I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm predicting the Stanley Cup Final, and that's going to be the Calgary Flames versus the Carolina Hurricanes. So please let me know, who do you think will get out of the first round this year? Who will drop? Which teams will implode? Which teams will maybe even do a magical run in the playoffs? Who will win the playoffs? What do you think about the first round? Who will get in? Who will get out? Please let me know what you think about what you think will happen in these Stanley Cup playoffs and how excited you are about them, and just your thoughts and opinions about the sport overall. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye. This is Dalvin signing out. Bye bye.